If you want to party and dance, we'll have a good time. I can be in all your plans, I really should. I'm really good at sensing it all in times of danger. I could be a cannibal doll, a forest ranger.
Hi, this is Christine with another episode of On the Horizon and my host, Aaron. How are you doing, Aaron?
Not too bad. How are you doing, Christine?
Good. And we have our guest in today is Bazooka Joel, a member from the band. We're very excited to have you. Very new sound. So, we can't wait to listen to your music today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Do you want to start with the first question, Aaron?
Yep. How did you guys get into the music scene and into making music in general?
So I think I moved to Halifax around 2005. I started my first band here around 2007. It's called The Batteries. And I think for the most part, get into the music scene, there was a show that used to go on around here called Rockin' for Dollars. It's funny because it ended back in like 2019 or 2018, 2019. And I just had a Facebook memory today that it was the 10-year anniversary 10 years ago. So it'd be 20 years old now if it was still around. But essentially it was like a live open mic for bands every Monday night. And it was kind of just like the perfect place to go down and meet people and, just figure out what the scene was looking like and just like a great launching pad for all that. So yeah, that's basically how we got into it for the most part.
How did you guys meet and how long have you been together?
So we all met, actually just through being in different bands with each other. Like basically everybody who is in my band right now has been in a previous band that we used to be in together. And I think essentially what happened was, after the pandemic, because the pandemic kind of just like crushed what everybody was doing for a good couple of years. And after that was done, like we sort of just like kind of started messing around and just started picking up like one person at a time. Now, we're like a good year and change into doing stuff. And, there's about like 8 or 9 people involved in the project now. So
Nice.
Wow.
It's quite a few people.
yeah. It's, it's the sort of thing where it's like, depending on the show, you never know what kind of combination you're going to get. Times, we'll play as like a very tight, like power trio. But other times there'll be like 9 people on stage singing, right?
That's awesome.
It's a good time.
That's different.
When you guys were growing up, what was the band that you absolutely had to listen to? And when you guys were a child?
If we're talking about like when you're like a child, like before being a teenager, I think my 3 bands were, Green Day was a big one. Our Lady Peace, like when that record came out when I was like 10 or 11 or something. And I was a huge Weird Al Yankovic fan as a kid. I think he's just like a great guy for kids to listen to, especially just because you get so many different, like, it's like if you get into a band like Green Day or something, like it's punk rock right across, but like if you're a kid growing up listening to Weird Al, like you get exposed to like so many different genres of music, like right off the bat.
He was so good. I was so impressed in how he could rewrite the lyrics and make them extremely funny.
Yeah, absolutely. And he has a killer band too. He's had the same band since he started in the 80s, and they can, like, every time you listen to a Weird Al track, like those are the same 4 or 5 musicians that can literally just play anything, right? So it's pretty impressive.
They're very talented.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, definitely. What is your standout song of all time?
So for this question, I kind of assume you meant like sort of like your favorite song, your Desert Island song, or something like that. Which just, yeah, obviously it's kind of an impossible question. But I think the one I always go back to, Let It Be by the Beatles. That one, I think, what I really like about it, especially, it's like, it's such a beautiful piano song, for the first like 2/3. And, my favorite, cause like, you don't hear it so much these days cause the radio version's different. But if you listen to like the actual record version, when it gets to the solo, George Harrison just like, it's like you're listening to this beautiful piano song, and all of a sudden George Harrison just riffs into this like rock and roll solo that just changes the whole sort of like construct of the song. And I think that's really interesting. I think it's like, it's kind of neat to have a song that's like has so much to it and is so kind of layered, like it kind of changes the whole thing, halfway through the song. So yeah, that's probably what I go for it. what I
We
go
have to
with for now.
re-listen to this.
Yeah.
You have to check it out too. What is the process for what is your process for writing songs?
So I would say that it's kind of like half unconscious and half conscious, where it's like on one end of the spectrum, I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of always writing songs. Like it's like if I'm just kind of walking around doing stuff, if I get like a thought stuck in my head, like it's kind of it kind of starts writing a song as I'm just hanging out. And it's one of those situations where it's like, you might write like 100 like dumb songs in your head over the course of a week, but like over that time, like there's like a couple that kind of stick with you, and you're like, oh wait, like no, this is actually pretty good. And I think on that end, it's like it's important to record any ideas that you get. It's like even if you just kind of have a couple lyrics or like a couple things here and there, I always just sit down with my phone and just get a quick recording so I don't forget it. Um, so like on one end, a lot of it is very much just unconscious, where it's just like it's something that is always kind of just brewing around. But I also really appreciate the idea of going out of your way to consciously try to do something. Where like a couple years back, I had a band called the B Plus Players, and we were essentially a band. We were a wrestle punk band. So basically, all of our songs were about professional wrestling,
That's pretty
and
cool.
that was yeah,
Yeah, Doug would like that.
Yep.
yeah. Well, yeah, all our stuff's on. I think all the stuff's on Spotify and Bandcamp for anybody listening who wants to check it out. But it's really fun writing songs in that kind of way, where it's like you kind of have like a boundary, like a sandbox, where it's like, okay, so if I'm writing stuff about this, like, you have like a prompt. Someone's like, what do you think about this guy or this wrestler or this move? And all of a sudden, it's like you kind of just get this whole other lexicon of like it's not often that I would write song, like it's not often that you hear terms like power bomb or pile driver or hurricane rana or that kind of thing in songs, but it's fun to have stuff where it's just like, hey, here's a specific reason to write a song, and then it's like, oh cool, now I get to like build a word bank and like really think about like where this is coming from. And it also puts you in a spot where you're not always just like writing the same kind of songs,
Yep.
like it's a nice challenge. I appreciate that. I think it's a lot of fun.
I think that's really cool because we have another show and our co-host is a wrestling promoter.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what
Oh,
he does.
really?
And he's from Nova
Excellent.
Scotia. Yeah, and he's good. He's gonna love. Probably, I'm gonna send him this episode so he can like check you guys out.
Good old Doug
I
Yeah.
Rubel.
think he would love that.
Check out on the new record. We got a song called Hurricane Rana. It's all about Mexican lucha libre wrestling. So check it out.
That's great. I love it. Okay, so the next question is, how do you feel about the current music scene, both locally and mainstream?
So locally, I think it's pretty good these days. Locally, like it's been really interesting because we kind of just got back into it the last couple years, uh, and it's been interesting because a lot of the bands pre-pandemic, they were kind of faced with a challenge where it was like, a lot of them were like, okay, well, like this is a sign that this is probably time to kind of stop playing music. But for the ones that kind of stuck around, it kind of lit a fire beneath them to just kind of keep start going stronger. And on top of that, like a lot of you kind of just have this like giant wave of new musicians, where like I was playing a show last year where I was talking to these bands, and they were all like kind of like 19, 20, or they were like in their early 20s, like 22, 23, and they were talking about how it's like right when they turned 19 was like right when the pandemic hit. So it's like right around the time they wanted to start getting out there and playing music. They had to like sit down for like 2 or 3 years
Well,
and just like sit on it, like sit on all that energy. And you hear it. You hear it in, when you go to local shows. I think it's funny because it's like you get like this really like loud kind of angry music, but it's like all from like the nicest people. So it's kind of it's the perfect combination, I think, for the local scene. I think it's on a good sort of uphill climb right now. And yeah, I'm looking for like there's great bands out right now, and I'm looking forward to like what's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, we are too. We definitely.
yep.
That's what this whole show's about, right? Is giving the local scene a platform on YouTube, and like we are super excited. Everybody that's come across has great talent. They're all doing it on their own,
Yep.
and like yeah, like Aaron and I get more and more excited every time we do an interview.
Gets better and better.
About yeah, it does 100%. Like every musician that we do, it just the music and it's different and it's new and it's just I love it. Like I'm so excited each week on who's going to reply back and who we're going to listen to. We have a heavy metal band from Quebec coming next week, like completely different than anything we've ever heard. So like yeah, I'm like super excited about the local scene and promoting it and
Yep.
giving people like you guys a avenue to be able to get that music out there.
It needs to be heard.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
We appreciate it.
No problem, buddy.
Well, we appreciate you guys giving our time to come on and do these interviews as well too, because I know it takes time. So yeah, I know me and Aaron are just super stoked about listening to what you have here, because I only listen to one song. I want to leave the rest as a surprise.
Sure.
And so the last part there is the mainstream. How do you feel about the mainstream right now?
I mean, mainstream, I think that they're like, it's kind of a rough scene in that, it's, like, I don't think that there is as much, I don't think it's as easy to get from sort of like an indie level to a mainstream level as it was like maybe like 30 years ago. I think just with like, you know, over the last 20 years, like a lot of the mainstream music scene has kind of just become corporatized. Radio stations are all mostly owned by the same companies. So it's like, it's one of those situations where it's like, if you were listening to, you know, like your local rock radio station back in the 90s, if you looked at those playlists and stuff, it's like you kind of have like everything from everywhere. Like, you know, you'll have like REM or Dinosaur Jr. or like just like any kind of different band. Whereas now it's like you're kind of just getting mostly the same things over and over again.
Yep.
So it's like on the mainstream level, it's rough. But what's good about it, what's nice about it is like you know, like we were talking about with the local scene, the indie scene has never been more present in the extent that like, you know, we have the internet now, so it's just like if you're looking for something, you can find it.
That's right.
It's not going to be put right in front of you, but like, you know, which is hard for younger kids because it's like if you're younger and you're just getting into music, it's kind of tough that like you're just listening to the same 3 or 4 different kinds of music. You don't really have. You might not develop much of a palate to listen to something that's a little bit different or uncomfortable. But if you do kind of get past that point, it's everywhere. Like you can find it and it's there for you. And I appreciate the music is a lot more accessible these days than it was back when like we had to like, you know, record songs on a cassette tape off the radio or
Yes.
download stuff off the internet or
Yeah.
burn CDs and
I
stuff.
remember
So
that
like,
doing the dual. I used to have like 2 ghetto blasters, one recording the other because I didn't
Oh,
have the
yeah.
dual, and I used to have to do that to make my mixtapes off the radio. I remember there was like 9 before.
oh
now.
yeah.
So yeah, So we'll lead into the song portion of it. The first one we're gonna play is Party Song. Do you want to give us a little intro on that?
Yeah, we're working on the music video for Party Song right now. Yeah, hopefully that'll be out in the next couple weeks. So follow us on our Instagram and Facebook at official Bazooka Joel, and hopefully you'll be seeing a video pretty soon.
And I link all back when I do post. I link you guys back to your YouTube channel. So anybody that wants to, once they see that there's a music video come up, they can subscribe to your channel through the post that I post. It'll be directly linked under there so they can subscribe and see that. So perfect. So yeah, I'm going to give this a play and
If you
we're
want
going
to
to
party
have a
and
listen.
dance, we'll have a good time. I can be in all your plans. I really should. I'm really good at sensing it all. In times of danger, I could be a cannibal doll, a forest ranger. Everybody's hugging and buzzing and kind of dancing. Those that once were struggling are suddenly necromancing. Might seem kind of sudden, but fuck it, let's take a chance. I got no plans, nowhere else to run. I'm feeling crazy, so maybe it's celebration. Not another dot in inspiring generation. If you wanna party with me, let's get together. Can't borrow out of your seat and live forever. Can't stop and I just can't feel it. I can't see it moving any longer. That's what they said to me. 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 That's what they said to me the last time I seen them again. a blink and I'm thinking, could this be real? I got no plans and nowhere left to run. I'm feeling crazy, but maybe it's celebration. Not another dot in the fire of generation. If you wanna party with me, let's get together. Get it borrowed out of your seat and live forever. Can't stop it, I just can't feel it. I can't see it moving any longer. That's what they said to me. 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 The last time I seen them, couldn't believe them. I thought they were feverish. I snapped out from all the semantics, feeling was frantic, and now when it's time for a beer. That's what they said to me. 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 Last time I seen them again.
Not bad at all.
Now I know what you. Yeah, I like. Okay, now I was gonna say. Now I know what you mean by like pop and punk. 'Cause I was like, really didn't expect, but it's like it is like punk, but way less like thrashy. Like it's more digestible, honestly. Like I like that sound because it's a little bit in between.
It's chill.
Because I know a lot of people that don't like straight punk because it's like really fast and really like it's that way it. I like it. I really do because like I listen to a lot of punk music. And I'm more of a metal fan, but my friends are punk, and that kind of seems like something that we could both go to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of inspired. There was a movement called power pop back in the like 1970s, 90s that was sort of like it was like a midway point between punk rock and roll. And that's kind of the sound that we're going for the most part.
Yeah, you definitely nailed it.
I like it.
Hey.
Definitely. Yeah. So the next one we have up is, hold on a sec here, is I'm just looking at the playlist here. Pac-Man.
Pac-Man Fever.
Yeah, do you want to give that a little intro?
Yeah, sure. This is basically just a song about I don't know, like kind of like the mania that you go through. Just sort of when you're. I think there was a point where when we wrote this song, we were playing like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 shows a month or something. And it was just like shows and open mics and bands and like just everything all the time, just like lighting the candle at both ends and all kind of just put into a metaphor from the Pac-Man arcade game. So
Alrighty, well, give it a listen.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I really like how you've been able to blend the rock. Like I can really feel the rock in there, but I can still tell it's punk.
Definitely a nice fusion.
Yeah.
A really
Well,
good guitar riff too.
what's that?
I noticed
Sorry.
that. The guitar playing in that one, I really noticed the guitar sticking out in that song.
Yeah, well, we're really into the idea of like just kind of having dynamics to our music, right? Where it's just like, um, it's important to kind of have the ups and downs. So it's not, it's like if you're going fast all the time, then it's like it doesn't sound fast anymore. Like you kind of have to have like, some slowdowns or like some quiet parts and that kind of thing, so that like the fast parts and the loud parts like punch a little harder.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, I find with punk music, it is like fast and hard, and you've kind of brought it down where it's still fast, but not like you still have that punk feel, but it's something that if you're not really into the fast, hard punk, you could still listen to that really easily and get it and dance to it.
It reminds me of the Beatles,
Right.
man. I'll give you that credit. It reminds me some like Beatles vibe type stuff. I like it.
Say that. I was gonna say I felt like a harder version of a Beatles song.
Well, thank you so. I mean, I can't think of a better compliment than that. So
No
thank you so
problem, man.
much.
No, not at all. Like, yeah, and seriously, yeah, it does sound like if I close my eyes, is it you that's singing?
That'd be me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, you definitely have like that British pop sound to your voice.
Oh, great. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have the last song, and I'll bring it up here, and you can give it a little introduction. It's Rita Repulsa.
Yeah. So this song, Rita Repulsa, this is a song about a character from the Power Rangers. This was a song, I was in a band called the Bad Nintendos, and we were kind of like a nerd rock band. And I had a couple friends who were talking about writing a song about having a crush on the character Rita Repulsa. And I sort of just, I walked home thinking about it, and I just ended up writing the song in my head in like half an hour. So yeah, this one is just straight up, just kind of like a fun punk song. So
Well, that's always fun though too.
yeah, hope y'all
All right.
enjoy it.
Rita, I wanna know how you make my monster grow. You're so cool, I just wanna hug you. You stole my heart. Rita, Rita Repulsa. Rita, Rita Repulsa. Rita, you make me feel so alive. I love you more than Alpha 5. I'll execute your every scheme. I'll even buy you Krispy Kreme. Rita, Rita, can't you see? You're the only wish for me. You're so cool, I've been thinking of you. Stole my heart. Rita, Rita Repulsa. Rita, Rita Repulsa. With my money morphin band, all night dinosaurs will roll. 'Cause I'm a buddy in your hand. Settle down and raise the roll. And if you destroy the world, you know our love it will survive. And if you're locked in a space, don't you know our place comes to die? Rita, I felt like I was dead when you married that jerk Lord Zed. Rita, if you are in danger, I'll be your green Power Ranger. I'll play my flute, we'll drink some booze. You're way, way cooler than I believe. Rita, tell me if it's true, 'cause I'll stop the world and morph with you. Rita Repulsa. Rita, Rita Repulsa.
Reminds me of that Jesse's song, but harder.
Jesse's Girl, yeah.
See, I was gonna say it reminded me of something that should be on CSI Miami.
Yeah, that too,
cool.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I love that. Like, and it's really, you are right. Like, all three of those songs, although they're punk tied through them, I had a different feel through each song. Like, you are definitely doing the different sounds like you're aiming for sure.
Very versatile.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you
it.
so much. I hope CSI Miami's listening. Or
I watch
they're
that show
welcome
all
to
the
use it.
time. I definitely, now that Aaron said that, I could definitely see that being on there as like as one of their songs that when they're doing their like montage scenes
Yep.
for sure.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you coming on and spending your time with us. I'm really glad that we come across you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Not a problem, man. And like I said, you said you had a music video out in a couple weeks.
We're hoping to get our music video out sometime in the next week or two. And we've got a show at Gus's Pub coming up. Let me double check here.
I should have guessed you were
I think it's
spot if you're in Halifax to be at if you're a band.
yeah. Let me
awesome.
see if I can find it here.
I've been to Gus's a lot. I've gotten really drunk in Gus's and danced to a lot of punk music at Gus's. I don't remember any of the bands, but they were great.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
It's a hard place. It's a place you don't want to go there if you're lighthearted.
Yeah,
It's no
yeah.
fun.
That's the Gus's experience for sure.
It's a hardcore punk band bar.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Right up my alley.
a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. You'd have fun, Aaron.
Yep.
It's just not for the lighthearted. You're not lighthearted.
Not at all.
Not at all.
We're playing Gus's Pub on August 22nd with Lizard Hips and Orlando Gunn. And I think we're playing the Woodside Tavern September 12th with Orlando Gunn and some other bands. And on October 25th, we're playing Propeller Arcade. And we're hoping to do, I think, another music video release for October 25th. So a lot of fun stuff to look forward to.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
If you wanna party and dance, we'll have a good time. I can be in all your plans, I really should. I'm really good at sensing it all. In times of danger, I could be a cannibal doll, a forest ranger.